And most men will not do the work per this commenter on one of my videos where I talk about the value that a man brings is emotional currency in 2023. It is no longer bringing a meal to the table, although that is appreciated. The currency for women now is an emotional meal, and that entails that he do his own shadow work, that he understands himself, that he is comfortable with his own emotions, thereby being able to hold space for yours. Most men will not take the call to rise, and that's why we are seeing divorce in mass droves, because women are sick and tired of carrying the emotional burden that we have carried for decades simply to be provided for, because now we can provide for ourselves. And so we are asking men to come to the table with their own emotional stability and their own emotional actualization. And from what I have seen as a single woman, men refuse to do this. I can't tell you how many relationships I've been in, including a long marriage, where my spouse pretty much refused to go any further. He grew with me to a certain extent and then would not take the call to do any more work as we evolved together. Each one of us, the husband and the wife, will evolve and have many different identities throughout the duration of a long marriage. And it takes a very strong man to rise and to flow with the different identities that his woman takes on. And unfortunately, my ex-spouse just didn't want to do it anymore, and there were a lot of other problems. I'm not going to say that was the only problem, but that was the main problem. And since then, in my single life, as I've dated men, I've had long relationships with men that were planning our future together and had gotten pretty deep emotionally. But once we got to a certain level, they refused to do any more work, and they would have rather walked away from the relationship and went and found somebody easier that did not require that of them, that did not require them to do shadow work, that did not require them to sit in hard emotions with me and with themselves. They would have rather gone back out and found an easier woman. What I would say to men like that is good luck, because there's not any more women on the streets that are going to put up with bad behavior, that are going to put up with emotional stuntedness, that are going to put up with gaslighting and blame shifting from men so that they don't have to do their emotional labor. Women would rather be alone. So good luck trying to find an easier woman. To find a man that is willing to do the emotional labor, that is willing to look at himself, is extremely rare in 2023.